Hey, it's Don Keller from Catalpa Packaging and Display, and today I'm going to talk about how to pack out a display and what I mean by that. So let's get to it. This is a packed out display, and everything for one total floor display is in this box, and it's going to be shipped to the end location where that display is going to be put together. And that is the basic idea of a pack out. Now, we do not always pack out displays like this because some people just don't want them like that, and our displays are sent out flat on a pallet for distribution at another point. So somebody else is taking care of that. But in this case, this entire display was packed out one per box. So a box has to be made to fit the display. This particular box is just under 48 inches. So that fits a larger pallet. But that's always something to take into consideration is shipping when you're doing these displays. Because obviously a bigger piece is going to cost more to ship than some kind of a smaller, like say a counter display or something like that. But that is something that you need to consider when you start doing floor displays. So I'm going to pull all the parts and pieces out of this box, and we can take a look at what's in it. What we've got here are all the pieces for this particular display. This happens to be a 3-shelf floor display with a header. It comes with instruction sheet, very helpful for people that are not familiar with putting together floor displays, even though this display is fairly simple, as they all are. We've got the base, which is the majority of the display. But this is a glued base. This happens to be a little bit unusual from other floor displays because of the shape of it. We've got 3 different shelves. They come in different sizes on this particular one. A lot of times the shelves are similar in size. So we've got a large bottom display, the middle next size down display, and then the top shelf. Sorry, not displays. And in this case, we've got some shelf supports. We did this display as an earlier version and found that the shelves were getting some sag to them when they got packed out with product. That unfortunately happens when we do not get product from our clients so that we can test. And that's one of the main reasons of testing any display. When it's being designed, we'd love to have that product in-house so that we can test, we can make sure that we do not run into situations like that. So, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start to put together this display next. And I'm not going to do a lot of narration on top of that, but let's get to it. This is the main base piece for the display, and now we're going to start putting on the shelves. And we're going to start with the bottom shelf. Sometimes these are not pre-folded, but this particular one is, just because it made fitting into the packed out box smaller. So that's always important to take into consideration. Okay, whew. First shelf. All right, now we're working on the second. That worked out a little easier. The second, or the middle shelf and the top shelf, we're going to be using these shelf supports underneath. They have been designed so that they have a little place for them. Very easy to just set in place. And they really take a lot of weight. You could put a lot of weight on these right here, and you're not going to get a sag with your shelf. Now we're going to work on the top shelf here. Again, we've got a shelf support bar that goes underneath. I will note that these side pieces have been pre-glued when this piece was being, after it was printed, before it was packed out. These side pieces are pre-glued so that it really helps with the sturdiness of the construction. Obviously, underneath the shelves right here, there wasn't any glue, so that our shelves can slide down into the appropriate slots. But that was a component of this particular display. Now we're going to just put on the header. Pretty straightforward slot, tab and slot situation. And there you go. There is our final display from the packed out box that we started with.